Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. I'm Calum Corral. I was at the Larg Thistle versus Beith Juniors encounter in the Ardac Cup, and it was Largs 1, Beith 2. Beith's Calum notched a spectacular late winner to finish third in the Ardac Cup group stage. It was Watt who scored the opener too after only 90 seconds. A quick counter from the visitors caught Largs off guard. Clever chip pass through found Watt. He clinically finished from 12 yards. Beith had further chances to add to the lead. Largs had keeper Ross Lundy to thank. He made a crucial interception to deny Watt as he attempted to round the Largs goalkeeper. Lundy had an excellent game for the Thistle. Christie blazed over for Beith after being set up by that danger man Watt, but towards the end of the first half, Largs were starting to make some inroads. Alan Frizzell turned his man to drill in a low effort, well saved by Gridley, and Largs netted in 43 minutes. Glenn Thompson's curling free kick into the box was latched on by the on-rushing Graham Muir for a quality finish from 14 yards. In the second half, Thistle were piling on the pressure. Frizzell's close-range effort during a goalmouth scramble was cleared off the line by Beith, and Matthew Santos' clever running pass for Largs was met by Larry McMahon with the goal gaping, but he squandered and got his feet in a fiddle. It was a penultimate minute winner for Beith. An arching cross from the left was met by Watt. He netted with a spectacular scissor kick effort to give Lundy little chance. It was rough justice in the Largs side, but Beith showed their quality with a fantastic finish late on. And with experienced pundit Drew Cochrane after today's final group games in the Arda Cup, we've been keeping right up to the minute, and there's been some changes right with some late minute goals as to how the groups have finalised.
Yeah, not only did we get a virtual last minute goal at Largs v Beith, Beith won 2-1 of course against Largs, but neither have qualified because we had drama where Co-winning beat Winton Rovers 2-1 with a late winning goal by, I suppose he's the veteran, Ian Cashmore now, 89th minute. And of course, that means that Co-winning win that section and therefore qualify for home advantage against the bitter rivals Irvine Meadow. So there you are, Co-winning v Irvine Meadow.
It's going to be a great derby on Wednesday because we saw Co-winning thrash Largs Thistle 5-0 last Wednesday, and they looked in great form then. So you'd think Co-winning might have a chance there maybe against Meadow. Maybe.
Definitely a chance because they're scoring goals. They're very confident at Abbey Park. Meadow, of course, qualified in second place in their section behind Hurlford by virtue of their win against, again, their Irvine Vicks town rivals on the Friday night as part of the Merrimas Festival. But yeah, we've got some great matches lined up for Wednesday, of course. Quarter-final night on Wednesday. I think they always make it 6:30 p.m. So what we know at the moment is Co-winning will be at home to Irvine Meadow, which means that Hurlford would be at home to Kilbirnie because Hurlford, 100% record, they beat Ardeer 3-0 today.
So that could be a tall order for Kilbirnie. Just looking at the game that we were at today, though, it was a dramatic late winner for Watt, wasn't it? It was a neat finish.
Yeah, I think the number 7 Watt, he virtually stuck his leg out and caught everybody by surprise. And because I thought the last keeper, Ross Lundy, had been playing very well indeed, he actually made a couple of really good saves. But as your match report reflects, there was a great chance for Largs to actually have taken the lead when the young substitute
Larry McMahon.
Yeah, I mean, he just completely miskicked after Santos set it up for him. And there you are, down the other side, cross ball from the left. And it was a funny connection from Watt. It seemed to go in off his ankle and it completely floored keeper Ross Lundy.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it, I mean, Beith will maybe look at that campaign. They've had some great results, but they obviously were disappointed to fall to Co-winning in midweek. But they still looking good fettle though for the Premier.
Well, you know, they do go out and buy quite a number of players during the summer, and it always takes a while for the new squad to gel. It was interesting that Kenny McLean didn't play today. Now, of course, he's a goal a game kind of striker, Kenny McLean, so they missed him today. But yeah, I mean, they're hoping to compete at the upper end of the Premier League when it starts next week.
And Thistle were down, Largs Thistle today, they were down to the bare bones. They didn't have much in terms of a squad, but they still pulled out a decent performance, and you could have swung their way in the end, let's say, if it wasn't for that last minute turnaround, really.
Yeah, I think the last deserved a draw today. What's happening is that the manager, Brian Slavin, is having to play in the back four. I think he's played every position in the back four, simply because they've been hit by injuries and holidays. I think they virtually only had 11 fit men today. Even the assistant manager was sitting on a bench of 3 nominated players.
Okay, now looking on to the other groups, Drew, it was we know, of course, from Stuart's report that Irvine Meadow came away with a 4-1 win against Irvine Vicks. But looking at it as well, Halford had a thumping victory, and they've done really well, haven't they? What a campaign they've had.
Yeah, well, they're crashing in the goals. I suppose Ardere were let off the hook a bit because Hereford only scored 3 today. So Hereford knew they had qualified, and they knew they would have a game on Wednesday night. They still had, of course, goal scorer supreme Stuart Keane on the mark today.
So Keane's been absolutely great for them, and obviously senior experience behind him with United as well. But looking into Section 3 though, it's been quite interesting. I mean, obviously the Govan Wolves and Scottish Cup action, they've had to play Monday, Wednesday in the recent week as well, and it's but looking at it, Troon have come on top, Premiership team, you'd expect that.
Yes, you would, and again they have strengthened. They keep going to Auchinleck, don't they? Signing up with the latest recruit, I think it's Colin Spence. And I'm just trying to look down their score today.
8-3 against Craigmont, away to Craigmont at Millington.
Yeah, they were disappointed to have conceded 3 goals, to be honest. But it means that they've earned a home quarter-final tie on Wednesday against Glenafton.
Yeah, and looking into the fourth stage as well, obviously it's been it's always going to be a big group when you've got Auchinleck, Glenafton and Cumnock coming together, isn't it?
Well, that's right. I mean, my understanding is that Cumnock did beat Glenafton today, but Glenafton have done enough to get the second spot, of course, behind Auchinleck, who, kept their unbeaten record going. They won 2-0 at Luga. So Auchinleck at home on Wednesday night, and we believe, at the time of recording this, we believe it's May Bowl who will be travelling to Auchinleck.
Yeah. With Beith manager Johnny Miller after Beith's 2-1 win at Barfields, goals in the first minute and the last three.
Aye, well, to be fair, I didn't see the second goal coming. I thought we were huffing and puffing and not getting in behind them, and wasn't really many chances created by both teams, but I was glad that Tiny caught another goal. It was 2 good goals he scored. Yeah. He's added that since he came here. Now he's added a wee goal threat as well, Tiny as well. So it was good to see him getting 2 goals.
Yeah, Calum, let's say he took his first goal with
I think Tommy Martin done really well for the first goal, and then
it was a good chip too, wasn't it?
And then Tiny ran on and finished it well. And the second one was a great finish. I thought I got in front of the boy.
It was like a scissor kick, wasn't it?
Aye, over right footed into the top corner. Big Ross had no chance. So it was good to get a victory. Obviously, there's nothing really at stake. I think go in and get through in the section, but it was all these games have been used to gear up for the league starting next week. Now we can get 2 nights training, and it is Monday, Thursday, get ready for Saturday against Petershill, which will be difficult. So we're looking forward to it.
Very much. And let's say it was it's been a kind of the campaign's been used as a kind of, like you say, it's really an exercise for all the teams, but you must be a bit annoying to lose to Kilwinning again after last year they won the Scottish Cup victory.
It was very, very disappointing to lose to them. They seem to have got one number, because during the week we were very, very poor after beating Kilburnie comfortably and then winning 9-0, and then you look at Kilwinning score against Kilburnie, which was 6-0 defeat, and I'm like that. There's a lot of strange results in this section,
and I
was like, what's happening? It's a bit of a mixed bag. And to be fair to Kilwinning, Conan is a good team. I'm not going to sit here and they've got good players. I couldn't understand that 6-0 with Kilburn. After watching them playing us, I don't understand why they could get beat 6-0. But that's the way this section's been this season. So there's been a few shockers.
So, like you say, Petershill next Saturday, and it's really the league that really counts here. It's all that really matters, isn't it?
That's what you're judged on. You're judged on your league campaign. You'll not be judged on this Ardagh Cup at the end of the season. You'll be judged on where you finished in the league, how you go in the Scottish, and how you go in the West.
Is that home or away?
We're at home. We're at home to Petershill and then away to Hurlford and then home to Troon. So it's a difficult start, but all the games are difficult in that league. I don't think anybody can say they've got an easy start. So it's all about just making sure we're well up for the game next Saturday.
And just like you say, in good fettle, obviously you got a lot of goals as well last week against the Rye. McLean getting 4 goals as well.
Kenny's been scoring, Andy Reid's been scoring, the boy Thomas Collins has been scoring. I think he scored 8 or something in about 3 or 4 games. So they've all been scoring goals, but we're still, when we're not right on it, we seem to kind of chip a few goals in. So I think we let in 3 against Cowan and 2 against Ardrossan, which isn't ideal. But as I say, we're working on it, and we'll hopefully have it sorted. Because we're always a danger. We always score goals, but it's about minimalising at the back. That's it.
Okay, Johnny.
Thank you.
All the best. Thank you very much. Cheers. I'm with Stuart Davidson after Largs. This is 2-1 defeat to Beith. A late goal, but you'll be disappointed. Obviously, you can see the early as well.
Obviously, they get the late goal. It was maybe looking like a draw in the end, but I think over the match, I think Beith actually deserved it. We didn't start well. First half, I thought we were pretty poor, and the second half we competed a lot better. But the first half, I just don't think. I think they looked stronger and more hungrier. So they did. The goal, as you say, to lose an early goal like that, it just puts the game plan up in the air. Again, we should have done better to prevent the goal. It came for our attack, and they've just broke away. So I was very disappointed with that. And as I say, the second half no good enough either. Although we did compete a bit better.
I thought Graham Murtica's goal well as well from the free kick.
That's 3 in 2 games for Murray. He's good at getting into that box, just making the late runs. The way we've been playing, he's been kind of got a wee licence to get in the box, a wee bit of freedom. So he's been doing really well for us in there and getting the goals, which is good.
And in terms of, like you say, second half, Largs did push on and they had chances, and they, like I say, there was even one which there was a question mark as to whether it would cross the line or not.
As I say, the second half was more even, and we didn't create a lot, to be fair, until that wee spell. Alan said a header, it was for the corner. Keepers, somebody's told us it was right on the line, it didn't go over, so I'll take their word for it.
Okay.
And then the chance fell to Larry as well. It was 2 really good chances, and when you're playing against opposition like Beith, who are a strong team, when you get the chances you've got to take them, or you'll be punished like we were in the end.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately it was a bit of deja vu there, wasn't it? Because it reminds me of the last time we played against Beith. Had a great goal at the end, right as well at the end. But I suppose in a way, a Premiership team, you were competing with them. That's a positive to take into a game against Shotts next week, which is that's a toughie to start with.
Yep. Well, Shotts have just come down for the Premier, so I don't see it being a much different game in terms of quality for them. They'll be a really tough team, similar to Beith. But we've got to up our game. It's not been good enough. And to be fair, there's a lot of boys there that's played a lot of games over the section that maybe shouldn't have played as much, because we've had a lot of injuries, we've had people on holiday. So we have asked a lot of boys. But if we want to be where we want to be, we've got to do better than we did today.
And a word as well for your colleague Brian, who has played, I think, all of those games pretty much, apart from I think the co-winning one.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Some people playing more than they should have. And I'm not saying anything against his performances, because he's done brilliant for us. So he has. He's been in at the back behind Craig and Alan. He's been great, and he's been great for them. You can see their performances improving. So it's good to have him. It's good to have that option. He says he would rather be standing at the side with me, but I don't believe that for a minute.
Right, okay, and just let's say, in terms of any players you're expecting back for this week, there was a few missing today, Strillers for instance.
Well, Kevin hopefully be back. He's had a bit of treatment on his hamstring, so
what about Nicky Jameson?
Nicky is going to be doing a bit of running. He's done a wee bit of work today. He'll be doing a bit of running Monday. So hopefully maybe in time we'll start getting boys back. Willie's back for holiday as well.
Okay, your McClure, Friels?
Friels is back but isn't available for next week. So there's one or two not available for next week, to be fair. But sometimes we've just got to deal with these things.